If you've got a passion for pumpkin, you've got to get to Dunkin' and pick these up. Our new pumpkin cream cold brew. Smooth, bold cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam. And our delicious pumpkin spice signature latte. Rich espresso topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. And our perfectly pumpkin donuts, munchkins treats, pumpkin muffins, and more. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. Pick your pumpkin at Dunkin', like our new pumpkin cream cold brew, pumpkin spice signature latte, and our perfectly pumpkin treats. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now enjoy a large iced coffee for just $2. Add a breakfast sandwich to make a meal. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Morning. All right. Those of you that know you need to have your cameras on, come on, put them on. All right. Oh, okay. Welcome, everyone, to our daily morning meeting. Good morning to all of you. Good afternoon. Good evening to all of us around the world. Glad to have everyone on this morning. Always lovely to see your shining, smiling faces. I'm excited about today because I get to see all of you all again. Another great day and another great meeting we are going to have. I'm going to hand it over to our founder and CEO, hails from Galveston, Texas, the millionaire maker, the multi-millionaire, soon-to-be billionaire. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Exciting morning. Yes, lots of great things to talk about. We'll save, there's too many to go in any particular order. Let me first start off with your learning management system, which I probably will come back to on this very same call. It is up and running. That's no doubt about it. It's working perfectly. You want to be over there. All your new classes will be uploaded there. They're actually being uploaded right now as we speak. You just don't know it, but you will. You absolutely will know this soon. That means that what I want you to do is I want you to go on over there. And it's time for you to start owning your profile. It's much, much different. You actually get to have a whole profile. So go on in there. If you can put your name, number, address, birthday, you can put everything you want to. You can put your profile picture. There's many things that you can add, and you want to own your profile. Okay, just own it. The more you own it, the more you will have fun with it. Plus, the more you own it, the more we can do. The more you put stuff in there, the more we can bless you. Does that make sense? Because there's a lot of stuff going on, and y'all want to be blessed. Put your social media profile so other people can follow you. We even got an opportunity y'all can friend one another.
All right.
Okay, they're gonna get it out. That's all right. Y'all can friend one another. You can access Zoom from the, but I'm not telling you about that just yet. But you can access Zoom, all sorts of stuff. Just rolling out. It's hundreds of features. Y'all just don't need to be working on all of them at one time. Let me read this private message. Oh, sweet. Good then. Good. I just got a private message that Shanae just sent me a private message, and she has one of her former kiddos on, Rebecca Hamilton. Yeah, Rebecca Hamilton. Let's find her and show her love. I don't see her, but y'all, you saw her? Saw what she signed in? Good. Well, shout out to you. I see it now. Yeah. Shout out to you, Rebecca. Shanae is good substance and a star around here. Coach Eames is a star around here. So you are in some good company, and keep on following Coach Eames as we know her around here as the boss. So we are grateful. And let me tell you something. She is not playing with nobody. She wants all her blessings. Anybody else want all your blessings? Yeah? Okay, good. I want all my blessings, all your blessings. We will be here for you in any capacity that we can. Shout out to Tyranny, who is always driving.
Always.
Always driving. Always driving. Yes. Yes. We had a whole moon cookie conversation yesterday. We're gonna bring that up here in a little bit. I'll wait for a few more of you to come on before we talk about last night, which was epic. Nevertheless, your learning management system. Keep posting it out there, Grace. Y'all should be over there. Thinkific will be up for you're using 2 learning management systems as we transition. You get all your stuff in Thinkific. It's all there. And then you have all your stuff in, it's just called ATS, Fighting Lions. There we go. All your stuff in the Fighting Lions learning management system. All your stuff in the Fighting Lions learning management system. So we are excited about that. And go over there because all your new classes are over there. But you're going to still have to use Thinkific in a lot of cases because your older classes are there as we transition. And just be used to that. It just is what it is, all right? You got a Facebook login and an Instagram login. I think you'll be okay. You're used to it. You're absolutely used to it. You'll be just fine. The massive upgrades have undergone, and of course, there are more along the way. As far as your I haven't launched it. It is launched, but I haven't given you access to it yet. But you should know, and I guess I'm talking to the Law Loholts of the world, that there's a leadership board on the Fighting Lions learning management system. Yes. Yes, I went and I installed that 2 days ago. Leadership board. That means if you're taking classes and friending people and all sorts of stuff, I can assure you that your points will add up and everybody gonna know they can't mess with you. It's there. Okay, don't worry about it. You're gonna see this. Just watch how I won't have to tell y'all to promote that. You just watch. You just watch how somebody. Grace don't like being out anything. She doesn't like that. She is extremely. Say it on the mic. Say it on the mic.
My profile's already created. I added a picture. I put in my social media links, the ones I have. And yeah, I'm ready.
Outstanding. That's what I'm talking about. Now, of course, you said, let me mute my mic. Thank you so much. I had to do some off-mic cussing. You send that message right now. God dog it right now. Now this is not. How you do anything is how you do everything. All right? How you do anything is how you do everything. Y'all remember that. Just because you don't think it's a big deal does not mean you have not put out a vibrational desire that's going to mess up something you're attempting to do. If you're not able to do something, then because you have yourself in a certain situation, then get up an hour earlier and avoid that situation. That's how money shows up. You have to be able to get up or do something to plant the proper harvest. Whatever you don't do will show up in your harvest. Okay? I'm trying to help y'all. Cause the thing I don't even know how to tell y'all this, but I'll just say it scientifically. You have what you have planted. Nothing more and nothing less. If you do not like what you are reaping, then you also don't like what you're sowing. You just won't admit that to yourself. Yep, that's how it works. It's how it what'd you say? Say it on the mic. Say it on the mic.
I said that made a lot of sense.
If you don't like your current financial situation, it is because it's a lot of reasons. You're not planting financial situation things to like. But yeah, it's slick side stuff. If you messing up an operation of something because you not participating. So you messing up the greater good of the big financial whole. Don't expect your finances to go well. Shaquille says, if there's a mission and a vision, you can't go against the mission and the vision and decide to be blessed. There is no organization on planet Earth that benefits from you going against it. You can't go against your liver. You keep doing it, you're going to pay for it. You can't go against your heart. You can't go against the White House. You can't go against the NAACP. If it's organized, whether it be from a cellular level to a thing we made up out here in this reality level, you can't go against it. So how do you fix things, Antonio? You go with the flow and you make changes. Okay? Did you send my message?
I did.
I ain't playing. I'm not playing. All right. This is how you do anything is how you do everything. Wake yourselves up. Because what's going to happen is you're going to keep blaming your leaders or the government for the stuff you planted. Don't work like that. Okay? It don't work like that. It does not work like that. You get it because you get it. And the only thing you're ever going to get is what you plant. So let me say one more thing and then I'll get Samuel. Now, put the learning management system back out there. Your learning management system, sharingourwealth.com. It's fantastic. All your new stuff is going up there. Everything. All your new stuff is going up there. What you want to do is have fun with your profile. You can actually have your own profile. You can friend each other. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do, but you won't know it if you don't get there. Okay? You won't know it if you don't get there. Soon, let's say by the end of this year, well, it's already the case. Just know by the end of the next 2 years, less than 1% of your classes will come from Zoom. It's already happening that way now. That's why all the Zoom stuff is exclusive and all that stuff like that. So just know that's what's happening. Go ahead, Samuel.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
I totally understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. However, that goes along with that thing that you call rules, because God say, I reign on the just and unjust alike. And sometimes he'll show favor to somebody that ain't following the rules at all. So how do you explain that? And I'm trying to understand for myself, not trying to challenge, nothing you saying. But how do you explain that to somebody? Because Lord knows, God gave me favor in people's faces. I ain't follow no rules at sometimes. And sometimes I've planted good, like, I know I had to reap some harvests. I get all of that. And I understand the season I'm in because I still got good happening to me, even in the season I'm in. But if a person ain't careful and not know who they are, they'll beat themselves up thinking they're in a particular season and think they did it wrong somewhere. I mean, we all done wrong. However, at the same goddamn time, you can do good because bad can happen to you doing good. People end up with cancer that never smoked. So how do you explain that? Not being disrespectful.
No, it's a pretty simple explanation for that. So let's start from the beginning because I didn't have a conversation about rules. You had about 5 assumptions in what you were responding to me about just now. So the conversation was about what you plant is what you get. An example brought up was rules. I was also, so I want to break all of this down as what he was just asking because it's a great question for all of us to listen and learn to. Let's start off first with the basics or the basic principle that if y'all do something, it comes out the ground. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Do we get to disagree with that? No, I'm asking, right? I get like Sammy asks a solid question.
For me, love covers. Like there's a balance. He said love covers. So there's sometimes love will cover a thing that you don't get what you deserve. Sometimes, not all the time.
Right. So that was another one of those. That was another one of those assumptions that I'm gonna bring up here in a second. Yes, ma'am, Vanessa.
Okay, you plant apple seeds, you get apples.
That's facts.
You know, you sow what
There's
you
nothing
reap.
you can get.
That's
right.
it.
That's right. So yes, love covers. Yes, you exactly what you're saying. That's whatever variety you put out. It's the variety you get back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's deal with how do we deal with what Sammy is bringing up? And listen, y'all agree with half or all of what he said, which all of it was true. But there's assumptions all over the place. Okay, so let's deal with love covers since that just came up, and I'll keep working back in the order. Let's say all the way love covers. All the ways we say that. God know my heart. That's in the same energy of love covers, right? Give me some other stuff y'all say. Come on, don't fool me now. Give me some other stuff. You know,
not heart, because our heart is wicked. Our heart is wicked. No, we're not going with that one.
But we just trying to get in that same energy of love covers, right? You know, some of this y'all may disagree.
But Antonio,
yes,
ma'am. You gotta have some balance with that stuff. You know, I can be a do-gooder all day long. I can be a do-gooder all day long, but it don't mean I'm no pushover either. You know what I mean? It's like Abraham Hicks always talk about the vortex, the flow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a flow with this thing too. You know what I'm saying? Just like he just said, Samuel, he say a lot of times he was reaping good harvests when he wasn't always probably deserving of the harvest. Right. But I believe it's something about 90% of the time doing the right thing. You know how the words say, I wanted to do right, but I ended up doing wrong anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of that has nothing to do with the heart of a person. A lot of times that just has everything to do with the environment and the culture and the stuff that's going on around you.
Actually said that. That was actually the bulk of Samuel's argument right there.
Right.
What you just said. Samuel was saying, thank you so much. His just so everybody know, the bulk of his argument was, look, I hear you loud and clear, but there are some things that just happen in some environments, and ain't no sense in me following rules in an environment that's not going to bless me. This was the bulk of his argument. Now, let's deal with this love covers and any energy like that, okay? Let's deal with all that just for a second. All of it. And since Sammy, is it safe to say, I believe, because you brought up how much are what you're saying you're drawing from your relationship with God and your complete great knowledge of his character and his word according to everything you know. How much of that is coming from that? Would you say all of it?
Experience. Like the other day, you plant great seeds. Your damn lights was off. I mean, come on. Your lights was off.
Oh, right. That's another one of those.
You plant great seeds. Back to those assumptions. Shit shouldn't be off.
No doubt. So we coming back to those assumptions. I have to say there's a correlation that we always mess up. So therefore, let's deal with what he's talking about. The easiest way for me to get this, y'all understand, y'all, since we're going to come from our understanding of God, we're going to use the Bible here in this case because he interjected into the conversation. Let's do David. David, king, had fantastic seeds planted in the ground, only had 3 problems: counted the census, slept with Bathsheba, then covered it up. The rest of that, David was good to go. David got over for 2 years. Well, no problem. Then prophet came to David and said, listen, This happened to one of the people in your country. David said, oh, no, I tell you about it. On this day, as the Lord, he got to go. Prophet said, well, that was actually you. Oh, my God. And then watch David's response. An incredible response. Immediately repented. First off, let me just tell y'all something.
Right.
That I did stuff David admitted, Sammy, I lied about the whole time. I done already got away with it. And now you sending a prophet who wasn't even there. I'd have been like, well, God, that really wasn't me. Let me tell you what happened, right? I mean, there ain't no sense in lying about it. I got away with it. I'm the king. I got away with it for a long time. I'm not going to be all the way honest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. So David, no doubt. So David's when David was called out, his response was always perfect. His response was always perfect. Hey, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I repent. But this is why David is man after God's own heart. Everybody got that. Now, God said, now this is in there. This is in there. This love covers. This is in there. God said, Grace, David, you're right. I forgive you. But you're going to pay for what happened anyway. Pick 3 of them. That's in there. Unless you ripped it out. That's in there.
That's it,
There's
Bishop.
there's a difference between David was covered with grace and even wrote it down himself. Grace and mercy follows me all the days of my life. Even wrote it down himself. But that doesn't mean what you plant ain't coming back. I want you to realize something. Y'all are covered. You are full of grace. You are full of mercy. Your life should be far worse or far better than what it is. It doesn't matter. That's up to you to decide how you've done it. Even if you're reaping something terrible right now, okay? Even if you're reaping something terrible right now, you still covered. You're still blessed. And God ain't making no mistake. As a matter of fact, to be more accurate, if you're having a bad time right now, God is doing the kindest, meanest thing to you possible. Because any worse, you lose your mind.
Now that's facts, and I get that. I get that. Consequences.
Well, that's just one of the issues we dealt with what you said. It's just one of them. You had 5 of them in there.
But going. How about Paul and Saul, who became Paul, and
perfect example.
Like, yo, come on.
Perfect example. Let's speed everybody up here because Sammy has a good understanding. Paul went through some stuff ain't had nothing to do with his seeds. I mean, you can argue that he was persecuting Christians. This would be that, but I mean it goes so far because Paul was devout and doing everything right according to not only his worldview but his religious beliefs and everything. He was being a fantastic Pharisee, devout. Period. Point blank. Then when he flipped over, he was a fantastic people of the way Christian. Period. Point blank. That's just what it is. Paul, in fact, Paul is not only a good example, but Silas is even better. Because Paul was called for the mission. Silas chose to be in it. Paul had to get shipwrecked. He had to get beat, had to get locked up in jail. Silas said, I'll do it with you. Silas ain't have nothing to do with this. So how do you reconcile that Paul was supposed to, like Jesus was supposed to go to the cross? Ain't nothing you can do about that. Well, Paul was supposed to go through all that. Silas was just a good friend who went through it too. I know it. I know it. I know there's a point.
That's my point.
We going through stuff that I ain't got nothing to do with. This is what he just said. Listen, you planted good seeds, your life was a whole week, no water. This is what he's telling me, right? All facts. So there's a thing. It's called the biblical correlation. The easiest way for me to explain this without all the big words is we've confused the correlation. And you got it. It says if you do good You get good. That's the correlation. That's in Exodus. This is laid out in Exodus, or it's universal law. It doesn't matter, right? Depending on what school of thought you come from. That's facts. Do good, get good. So it's do bad, get bad. That's the correlation. Everybody understand that? Good to good, bad to bad. But it should stop there. Samuel's point was way stronger than Samuel even knew as he was talking, or maybe knew it in his heart. Mm-hmm. What we don't do is say, but I got bad life right now, so I must have done bad. That's not the correlation. Do good, get good, do bad, get bad, but just because you're about to lose your house doesn't mean you've done bad.
Right.
You understand? Just because you got cancer doesn't mean you've done bad. If something bad is happening to you, that doesn't mean you've done bad. The correlation should stop at do good, get good, do bad, get bad. It should not be, here's my life, I must have done bad. That's exactly what Bildad, Eliphaz, and Zophar tried to do with Job. Mm-hmm. When they sitting there talking to Job, Joe, you clearly did something wrong. Clearly, you did. 38-something chapters. Yeah, I remember the names. Okay.
It's your fault. What happened to you? It's your fault.
Right. It's your fault. Clearly you did that. What they were trying to do to Job was saying, no. Look, if you got bad, this is what Samuel called the bruise, then you clearly doing bad. So one of those assumptions there that I was saying, that's not what I was saying. You understand what I'm saying? How you do anything is how you get everything. And I was talking about your reaping and your harvest. And then I said, if you don't like your life, then you don't like your seeds. I didn't say if you don't like the season you in, if you don't like your situation. If you don't like the full body of your life and what you are doing with it, that ain't got no season stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with God's will. That's you. That's completely you. You understand what I'm saying? All of us have to take a long, hard inventory of why some of y'all like an older version of me. I would keep getting good things and blow it up. Don't fool me now. I ain't the only self-sabotager in this place.
Bang!
I've been there
right here. It was on my chest. Bang! Hit the self-destruct button.
Get out of there.
I didn't done it. But get that out of there. Sometimes it's a stretching, and you got to recognize which one is a stretching, because sometimes it's a stretching outside your mindset and what you're used to in your environment. No doubt. So everything you said is 100. No, every single thing that Samuel said is 100. He didn't say a single thing inaccurate or incorrectly. The assumptions there some of it was blanket statements, right? It was some assumptions there that I was saying this or this and that or that. Doesn't even matter. Everything is said correctly. If you want to reconcile between what Samuel is saying and what I'm saying, because we're saying the same thing, here's the best way to reconcile. So both of our conversations could be in perfect harmony. The correlation. Do good, get good. Do bad, get bad. Yes, but not because your husband left you. You're bad. Mm-hmm. There is a big difference, y'all. That's not the correlation. The correlation is to get in God's will, God to get in your will. You understand? But sometimes God's will for you is to send you to the wilderness.
Okay.
Well,
since we just happen to be in that sacred text, Luke chapter 4, verse 1, Jesus being full of the Spirit is then led by the same Spirit into the wilderness. God literally ordained Jesus to have a bad time. And some of y'all are only in ordained bad times so you can learn something to get stronger, but you're losing your damn mind.
Come on, sir, speak.
You understand? That's got nothing to do with your seeds. Like, for instance, Monica has $50 million gazillion billion. And then COVID put her in a season that ain't got nothing to do with her seeds. Has everything to do with when it come back. I'm going to teach you, Monica, how never to lose it, because I'm giving you people you got to take care of now. I'm trying to help.
Come on, sir. You speaking up in here. And listen.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Just like the storms and the different things that has happened throughout this world, it has stopped people from being selfish. This thing that just happened down in Texas, a lot of people that's wealthy that wouldn't even have thought about helping the next person. If it wasn't for that snowstorm, they ass wouldn't have never helped them. He'd do that too.
That's facts. That's complete facts. Let's take the example that Samuel put on me. Well, put on me, that he was using to strengthen his argument. Listen, man, you use out water and lights. That ain't got nothing to do with my harvest.
Right.
How I handle without water and lights will have everything to do with my harvest. That was God ordained. This is what it's going to be. And in that, I'm still supposed to plant good seeds. So you see that? Do good, get good. It doesn't say when bad things happen, don't worry about it. No. And you can't pray away what you plant. That's that God know my heart, right? What Sam said, oh, no, right? Or love covers. Yeah, all of you are covered. This is why I always tell y'all, there are no mistakes. Every single thing that you could possibly do is covered. I don't care what nobody tell you. That's not what the sacred or any of these sacred texts say. You are covered. You are loved. Doesn't matter. But I did drugs. God was right there. You ain't never did no drugs, and God was not. Well, the earth is the Lord's grace. And the full. Them drugs is part of the God too. Then how about that? You okay? Oh, you don't like that? But the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, right? That means that crack house God was in. Come on, help me, somebody. Hey, you understand what I'm saying?
You know the funny part? They'll say, how that heroin addict or crack addict or pill addict or a hustler that was in jail all the time get past me? See, you looked at the wrong thing. And that day your lights went out, I was so thankful because on my live, I had just said how you respond to stuff. I said, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing that no matter what. And that's what you showed. You kept your persistency and your tenacity in what you was doing. And people, I tried to express that morning when that happened. That's why I love when it happened.
That's right.
No
that's
disrespect.
Right. I told Jerry, nah, you ain't, man. You know, listen, me, you 100. First off, I don't mind no opposing viewpoints. Y'all know that. But I understand your whole language, Sam. You ain't missing me. We come from the same place.
I'm up here listening too. I'm in the other room.
Yeah.
With both of y'all.
Yeah. You ain't. I heard he ain't. Like, that's why I'm saying. I've said it like 3 or 4 times, and Sam ain't saying nothing wrong. We just got to watch where we apply some things, right? Like, let's say for instance, let's because we saying this. It's like Paul and the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are saying the same thing. Y'all just trying to reinterpret it in some crazy way. So essentially, what you have going on here is the basic understanding that if you plant it, you're going to get it. Now, here's what I said that kind of kickstarted. It's how you do anything. It's how you do everything. See, y'all haven't processed that some of that storm in your life ain't a storm at all.
Come on, sir.
That is a collective agreement of your behavior popping up in your face. That's why it's always happening to you. Let me tell y'all something. Stop blaming God for the stuff you're going through.
Right.
Man, that's the biggest brew right there. Because some of y'all been suffering for 30 years with the same problem. And you still got the audacity to think God wants you there.
What do you say?
Sir, speak, sir. And listen, there's something I'm gonna admit right now that God tied my hands so bad in this particular season since July, because I normally hustle my way out of box straight up. Like you listen, like I said before. I looked at you like doing a double down on me with that 20 people challenge. I took that as a gamble move right there. I said, all right, shit, I'm double down to make some moves.
You knew I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got some stuff working. Don't you worry about that. I'm doubling down on that bet, sir. I got some stuff working. But in that though, I was like, man, I looked at the stuff that's happening. I said, damn, I put myself here. Because, see, God always send you warnings. Always. Right. I had my Lincoln Town car. That thing was milk white. When something happened to that, my father say, man, start storing up your money again. I say, all right. I'm going to do it. But, man, listen, I was still getting money, like doing all kind of stuff, helping people on the side over here, pulling 2,500 every 2 weeks and helping everybody. But what I didn't do was put a balance on it. I was in alignment with helping people. I didn't put a balance on it. So
that's what Vanessa was saying.
Huh?
That's what Vanessa was saying. You know, you can be good, don't be no pushover though, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you get money, but put a balance on it. Yeah.
You can't do that. I'm a Cancer. You know damn well you a Cancer. Ain't none of that happening. That ain't happening. You can throw that crap out the window. I almost said the wrong thing. So anyway, you can miss me with that, and you know the rest of the line. So anyway,
I do understand.
So anyway, though, so I said, okay, damn. I put myself in when I still was trying to come fighting out the box. But what he made me do in this season, he making me work to manage my money on this. A level I ain't never been, even come out of jail, I ain't never been on this level. But I can also help the next person because I'm looking, it's better to me, but it's limited to help the next person to how to bounce back without doing wrong and doing it right. But
and you have listen, you are so I don't mean to you're so importantly right here because look at Samuel. The people outside would think Samuel's going through something. You're not going. Let me tell you something.
Oh no.
What they see is the diminish of his harvest, but that ain't what God sees. Because on this whole ATS side, Samuel got high favor in this company, and we already building around Samuel. And Samuel, while he may be losing here, right, in air quotes, God is restoring you with new friends. And most of these friends got millions. Yes. Come on now, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You went from 6-figure hustling to 7-figure hustling.
Right.
But they can't see that. So
right.
Samuel is supposed to be in this storm because he wouldn't have met Pam Norris, introduce us to us. And then we're going to help him so far to where he's going to take something we're doing and then establish his own, but we're the overflowing cup, pouring in his cup, giving him that head start.
Receive.
So if you don't, you see what I'm saying, Sammy? So if you look at it and say, oh, Samuel must plant some bad seeds. No, Samuel is where he's supposed to be.
Right.
And he's planting good seeds right now. And if he keeps that up, he's going to get all that good stuff. If he start doubting, start having all them bad seeds, then he's going to repeat this season.
That's why Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I shut down. I was taking in so many calls, helping people, giving advice, trying to bring them in, and I had to shut down and silence everybody. I mean, everything. I did my morning calls. I didn't even do my class because, I know if y'all check my log, I'm on a class at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I ain't do nothing because I said, Lord, because all I kept thinking about was April 1st. And around here, we call it Mother's Day. That's when the first of the month checks come out. The mothers that's got them addicts. It's Mother's Day.
I know that's right.
I'm about to capitalize. And I'm like, no, I can't do this. I got to sit still. And I was getting calls out of the blue. And I was like, no. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I got to sit still. I got to wait. And then, yes, the thing with the this computer thing, man, is making me mad. I messed around and made a wrong move yesterday on some money I received and it sent it somewhere else. I was like, God, I just lost it, right? In myself. So I talked to, and I'm going to be real. Me and Reniko talked. She said, well, don't you remember you talked about staying in your lane? She said, your lane ain't computers. Your lane is a leader. Your lane is helping people. That ain't your lane. And I know that, but I hate for stuff to defeat me, right? So now I'm pissed off because I got a Ray Lewis attitude. Come, let's get it. I'm trying to punch through that offensive line and tackle this computer thing to become a savage. So I'm pissed. I'm hot. And you know what started happening out of the blue?
What's that?
My mama's voice. I told you your ass wasn't smart. You told you was stupid. Oh, I was like, where'd that come from? Now I'm doubly mad because I'm like, where the hell did this come from? Right? Knowing damn well that's not in me, but I had to fight against it because you know the first thing I said, I will not let this seed take root. And I got to start all over again. F that. As my dad said, don't say F and say fuck it. F-U-G. Fuck it. So I said, fuck it. This not happening.
That's it.
And Stacey said, you ain't really cussing because you said F-U-G. So I said, fuck it. This ain't happening today. And I was like, boy, I was hot yesterday. But that's just the reality of trying to shoot the other side.
And so
wait a minute. Can we clap it up for Samuel? We got to clap it up for Samuel because all of this transparency and these questions is saving the world right now. Thank you, Sam.
Well, I'm going to answer one question right here in the chat to get Susan and then get Phil. Not Phil. Patricia, okay? Let me answer this question in the chat real quick. But let me just put a bow on this with Samuel. This is when Samuel was hearing what I was saying, understand what I was saying, agreeing with what I was saying, and then saying, but wait a minute, because that ain't what I'm going through. That was the last assumption, right? Just keep everything comes back to your seeds, period, point blank. But there's always that but there. God is going to let you go through some stuff. It just is what it is. You might as well deal with it, right? It ain't going nowhere. It ain't no sense in y'all acting like you ain't supposed to be in no hurricanes.
Right.
You can move from them. You know what I'm saying? You can move from them, but you're still going to get them, right? Right? It just doesn't matter. You move from one state, you can move from hurricanes, get tornadoes, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like that spiritually, too. You let one person go, and then something else will happen, which leads me to this question, and I'm going to get Susan and Patricia. Somebody asked me, so basically, is this a part of what we planting and then what we allowing other people to plant in our garden? Is that the same thing? And yes, because some of y'all are so nice. Like let me think of Renee here for a second. Y'all look at Renee. Okay, Queen Renee. That's his queen. That's his queen. You understand? She's nice. Don't she look nice? And you can tell.
Oh God.
You can tell. See what I'm saying? Listen, now you know she got that mean streak. All you nice, you know, I don't want to call you short, but you know what I'm talking about. Y'all all the fire starters. But think about this for a second. Somebody that took her niceness for weakness, haven't they? And y'all know if I pass this microphone around, not everybody, but all you empaths got the same story. They done took advantage of me when I was being nice. And then you get to the point where that happens so much where it crushes you. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happens? You wind up missing your blessing being nice to other people. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. You spent so much time building somebody else up, you lost who you was? Yeah, that's letting somebody else plant in your garden. Now you reaping they poison, and it ain't even your seeds.
The prey became the predator. So the predator started preying on other folks, and now they're getting back what they did.
Right, and then they done walked off, poisoned somebody else's garden, but you still got to pay for all that stuff that they did. And you wonder, man, it's supposed to be working out for me now. That man, that woman planted about 3 seeds of all that negativity in your stuff, and I'll see you in 2027 because you got to pay for all of that. Now, pay attention to this, and then I'll let Susan go. Just because you're paying for something in a negative way does not mean your life is negative. It's a blessing to walk out of negative harvest because you know once that harvest comes out the ground, you never have to go through it again. Harvests don't reharvest themselves. It's just one harvest. That's why you got to keep planting seeds. You understand what I'm saying? And the beautiful thing about the blessing and the curse about harvest is they all end. Therefore, if you want to keep having good stuff, you want to keep planting good seeds. But if you don't like your life or if you paying for what he did or she did or anything like that.
If you've got a passion for pumpkin, you've got to get to Dunkin' and pick these up. Our new pumpkin cream cold brew, smooth, bold cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, and our delicious pumpkin spice signature latte, rich espresso topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar, and our perfectly pumpkin donuts, munchkins treats, pumpkin muffins, and more. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. Pick your pumpkin at Dunkin', like our new pumpkin cream cold brew, pumpkin spice signature latte, and our perfectly pumpkin treats. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now enjoy a large iced coffee for just $2 and a breakfast sandwich to make a meal. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Understand what your mama has done, and you keep planting bad seeds every time that pop up. Listen to what Sammy said. Mama bad, mama thought, oh, no, get that out of here. I don't need that. Okay, that was a good seed planted. But if you keep harping on that, you're going to keep on making that harvest come up. And that's why you've been suffering for the last 30 years with the same problem. Not because God don't like you, not because God is slow with his mercy, because you keep saying, God, torture me because I got a problem. And that is the truth. Watch your seeds. But the beautiful thing is your harvest is not your worth.
Oh, Reverend. Amen.
Your harvest is not your worth. Your harvest is who you were when you planted it. By the time it come up, you have an option to be a completely different person. You don't look at your harvest and judge your worth by that harvest. Okay, go ahead, Susan, and then Patricia.
Well, you were talking earlier when I unmuted myself about friends and some people needing new friends. And that's what we have here. The friendship and the bond that we have created, we're all planting better seeds. We're all are going to harvest. And in the group economics, the whole, everything that we do here. And that is the real blessing that we all have with ATS. I was listening to an interview with Don Lemon this morning, and he wrote a new book on everything that's been going on. And one thing that popped out that he said, and I posted it on Facebook and tagged Tonio and a few others, everyone needs a friend who doesn't look like you or come from where you came from. And he quoted that as the power of humor and love, the power of humor and love. Everyone needs a friend who doesn't look like you or come from where you came from.
I'm blown away. Wow. I'm not even. Wow. That's so accurate. Wow. Wow. Yes, Kareem, you get that's why I say that. You can play it better, just hit differently. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Go ahead, Patricia. Wow.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I went to the meeting, the Wednesday meeting, and
yeah, I'm still gonna bring that back up to you. I'm gonna let Kid talk about it in a couple of minutes.
And I was just, really sitting and listening to what everybody had to say about ATS. And all of that stuck with me. Like, I didn't even go to sleep till probably like 2:00 this morning because I just couldn't sleep. I was just thinking about everything, and just being grateful for everything. You know what I mean? Just being, because my life doesn't have to be what it is. And I always try to have a perspective that looking at things that happen are not, like you said, necessarily something bad, But that's how we learn in life. We don't learn when we're on the mountaintop. Well, maybe you guys do. But I learn when I'm in the valley. You know,
you speaking facts.
I learn.
You speaking facts.
Yeah. And so I'm just grateful for my ATS family. I'm grateful. Thank you, everybody that supports me, whether it's, you know, sharing a post or, you know, purchasing something or your kind words. Those, especially the words. I'm a words girl, and words mean a lot to me. Like I listen and I try to listen and take those things to heart. I just have a heart of gratitude on this morning. And I always try to plant gratitude, whether it's with my words or my actions, because to be honest with you, our life doesn't have to be where it is. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. It's just, Anthony, you said that so well earlier. Man, listen, we do not reap according to what we've actually done. We don't. We have some reaping to do, but it is not, because we already know the wages of sin is death. So we have grace and mercy that has stepped in on our behalf. So even when situations come and they're rough and they're hard, I try to have a perspective that says, what do I need to learn from this situation? Whether it's, you shouldn't have done that and you know better, or it's just something that I needed to learn. I was delivered into that situation because there was something that I needed to learn or to grow from or to become stronger.
That's right. That's right.
And life is a series of tests. But for me, I always say it, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I have to come from that biblical perspective. But for me, it's an open book test, right? Because, you know, you go to school and you learn, and then you have a test to see what you know. Well, we read, or whether it's our Bible or whatever we read, and then guess what? That situation's gonna come up. And then the test is going to be, are you going to implement what you've learned so that you can pass that test? I say it's an open book test because I can open up my Bible and I can read about it. I can learn about it. I can be empowered by it. I can make the right decision and I can pass that test. Because you know, if you don't pass the test, you know, you got to go back. You got to repeat that thing until you get it together. And so, you know, that's why I call it an open book test. But I'm just, you know, I know it's kind of jumbled up all together because I think I'm still sleepy. But what I really wanted to do is just thank my ATS family so much. I have gotten more support from you guys than from some of my own family members.
I know that's right.
And so just really sitting and listening to everybody last night, it has such an impact upon me, you know, and I just, you know, pray for each and every one of you, just believing the very, very best for each and every one of you, that whatever you have aspired, what God has put into your heart, that you just don't give up, you keep pushing, you keep going forward. Listen, every time I see somebody wear one, I was on a live, I saw Michelle Black last night. She had on a t-shirt. Chris had on a mask. Those things mean a lot to me because it ties into what Live Like is about. And that's just spreading, right? That message is spreading that message. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I just appreciate you guys so very much. And I try to get to everybody and support everybody, you know, with my monies. If I haven't gotten to you yet, don't worry, I'll get there, right? Because I want to support everybody the way you guys have supported me.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you so much.
Like you said, we love you.
Thank you so much. Ken Johnson. I see y'all hands up. I'm gonna get y'all. I'm gonna let Ken talk about the meeting here first, and then get y'all. Then I'm gonna talk about one thing and we out of here. Ken, tell us all about the meeting yesterday, man.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh man, we had a great time last night celebrating with Miss Monica Elaine, and of course representing ATS and all that our multi-millionaire mentor does. One of my guys, Mike Daniel, brought a guest who signed up last night with ATS, so we're grateful for that. And it was an awesome meeting, and can't wait till we get more people to where we just pack out the big room. We've been using the small room, so when we pack out the big room, that's when I'm gonna have to stop treating y'all and let y'all just grab a bag on the way out.
I know that's right.
No, but we had a great time. I appreciate, as always, thankful that Antonio and his staff takes the time to come out, knowing that we have to take full advantage of that because they don't have to do that, but grateful that they are doing it. And so we're going to take advantage of it. And that's where it's my job to continue to invite non-ATS people to come out and hear what he has to say because it's valuable. And you never know who will it affect. A lot of people think, I heard what you guys talking about, and all of it is true. Be cracking up on Brother Sam there. Start calling him Deacon Sam. No, but it's some good information has always been shared. And good thing about what I'm seeing with ATS is we only can come as we are. So therefore, I'm not looking at nothing but 100% original people who come as they are. Because you certainly don't owe me anything to pretend for me. So guess what? I'm not looking for any bad in anybody on this group. That's not my job, never have been, never will be. I'm too busy. So appreciate everybody for who they are. And that's how we make it, and that's how things grow. Pleasure to meet Monica in person. And so I don't come with a investigative eye on anybody to try to make anybody be something other than they're not. My job here, like I told Antonio when I first came, I was quiet for a purpose because I was in new territory. When you're in new territory and smooth like me, you just chill out and just watch what's going on. And then when you have to go gangster, you know who you're supposed to hit first, Jerome.
I know that's right.
So being that, when you're quiet, you get to know people, and as you see them, and then you can put the puzzle together. From the brother, I think it's pronounced his name, Diar. Is that how you pronounce it, Antonio?
Oh, Daoud.
Never met him, see his encouraging posts. Daoud. And so Daoud, yes, Mr. Daoud and everybody else. And being that there's so many of us now, so if you don't see me like, click, or share on your post yet, don't mean that I won't. Just got to get around to it. But great stuff, great people. Looking forward to the growth of what we're doing on Wednesday. And again, thanking the staff, Antonio and his people, for coming out, making it available for us, because that's what it's all about. And Mr. Sam, you're going to be there because you're a hustler. You're hustling in the right direction, so we know you're gonna blow up like the World Trade, and I hope that don't offend nobody.
We had to cancel Ken Johnson.
I received that. I seen him pulling it in. He said, "Oh, that's mine. That was mine."
Oh yeah, no doubt. And Ms. Agent, I ain't got enough time to talk about you right now, but I got to put a pin in it, like Antonio said.
You can put a pin in it until I show up in your building, and then when you see me in Texas, that's when you know.
Oh, this for sure. I have to just gonna have to cancel everything and say Ms. Agent in the city. But appreciate it, guys. Looking forward to everything.
Yes,
and thank you,
so
Antonio.
Much. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. And I'm looking. Yes, y'all clap for that. I am looking forward to that next Wednesday. Will be the next Wednesday, so we'll see y'all next Wednesday. We don't stream it live because we want y'all to show up, so you don't get to know what happens. secret. You got to see it for yourself. See it for yourself. And I'm convinced, and I don't know why, I just am, that Jerome and Samuel are going to be the next two meetings that we fly to. I'm just convinced. I'm just convinced of it. I'm going to get Renee, and then we get Samuel. Then I'll say one more thing about the LMS. And Sugar, unmute the mic. Okay, well, let me get Renee, and then I'll get Sugar since she hasn't spoke yet, then I'll come back to Samuel. Go ahead, Renee, Sugar, Samuel.
Okay. Since you put me on blast, Antonio, about me smiling and stuff.
You know how I am.
I was like, oh man, he put me on blast. I think sometimes I think as you get older, you have to learn, because I think when I was younger, I was always just that really sweet person, always just kind of skirting things under the rug and stuff about people, and not really seeing people for who they were until it was too late. But I had to make a conscious decision that I needed to do something new. And even though I still love people, I'm still nice to them, but there's certain things that have changed, because sometimes if somebody comes out of pocket at me, then I'm like, I don't like that, and I don't appreciate it. So I like to help people. I like to be a blessing to people, because that's me. That's who I've always been. But it is, to a certain extent, it is a little bit different, because not everybody wants you to make it. Not everybody wants you to prosper. And I am very particular now over who is in my life, because I don't want people trying to drop seeds in my life that is not good, or is going to come up. And I'm a little bit more aware of that, because I'm just like, life is hard. Life is hard to a certain extent, because you have to go through different things. But you can choose who is in your life and what you allow for them to sow into your life. So I love that my friends and some of my family encourage me and want me to be better, and want me to grow, because that's what life is. But the people that I had, that they were just trying to put me in a box where they're like, Renee, this is where you need to be. And I knew I outgrew those people, and it's okay. I had to leave them where they were, because I was going to a different level. So when you have to level up, you have to shake some things. You have to shake some people. My uncle used to always say, not everybody can go. So you go different levels. Not everyone's going to be able to go with you. I can't go in certain people's levels, but I can not be a hindrance to them and push them for them to want to go. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I have learned. And I love that the people that I have right now in my life are that core group of people. They want to see me strive. They want to push me. They want to be like, all right, Renee, go, because that's what you need. But I'm still sweet. I'm still gonna be nice to people. But I pay attention to people. I pay attention to behaviors. I don't talk a whole lot, because I'm an observant person. I don't know if it's because I'm from up north, but I'm a very observant person, and I'm just kind of like, okay, all right, because eventually when it's time for me to talk, I want to be able to talk and say what I need to say. But it's a growth. You have to grow. As you get older, you have to grow, and if you don't ever grow, that's a sad day. But I appreciate you guys for letting me talk. I'm just gonna go back in the cut.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sugar then Chiquita.
Good morning. Good morning. I was having a little
Hold on real quick, Sugar. I'm so sorry. Just before time right now. We tasted Latrice's salsa last night. Yes. And it was mighty fine. mighty fine salsa. We might have. Did we bring it some? Mm-hmm. Oh, I might put that on some of my quinoa seeds there. I'm not sure. I might do that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I don't want.
Figured out how to mail it out, so I'm just working on that, the packaging and everything now. I'm glad you guys.
We want to thank Renita. No, we loved it. No. You put your foot in it. You cook like you're from the South. Yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate you very much. Okay, go ahead, Sugar.
Well, I did find out, Latrice, that there was salsa there. However, I didn't get an opportunity to put any of my spices on it, but I'll get some. So I'll get you to send me some out and then I'll be able to try. But last night was phenomenal. Just hearing everybody's testimony. It was a testimony Wednesday night. And hearing their testimonies about what brought them to ATS, what was going on in their lives prior, and what's happened in their lives since becoming a part of the family. And that was just so reassuring, because sometimes you just don't know where someone's at because maybe they don't say anything, but when they get that opportunity, like last night, and the new person and she was just awesome, because she did give some great questions, because Antonio wanted us to ask him questions. And, it was just so nice to be amongst everybody that had such good positive things to say that has happened to them in a short period of time. I mean, it's not like 10 years, 12 years, 5 years. It's like a short period of time. And it was great to be able to be there. And I'm now looking forward to the Wednesday night meetings, because Mr. Ken is the host of all hosts. Yes, I mean, he makes certain everybody is taken care of. So it was good to be there. And I want to thank each and every one of you that are supporting Sugar Spices, because now I have no more bottles and they won't be here till Monday. But I have sold out the first 96 bottles, y'all. So thank you.
That's a big deal.
A lot of this changed because I changed around what Antonio instructed me to do. I went to the folks that do the eating, and that is the church folks. So thank you so much, and there's just more to come, and just it's been wonderful. It's just been two weeks, almost 3 weeks, and it's been really good. Yeah. So thank you.
That's amazing. Come on, y'all unmute your mics. That's amazing. That is a blessing. Wow. Let me tell y'all what I heard. That's a blessing. All I heard was, Antonio, I left my job. I trusted.
Now I got you, Antonio.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay. I left my job.
It's me. It's not
Antonio, I left my job, and I got money now because I trusted myself and left my job. Come on, y'all, one more time. I'll clap for her, please.
One more time now. That's a big deal. Good interpretation. Because I'm sitting here trying to figure that out. Real time.
You can't sell 90. You can't sell 96 bottles. You can't sell out and be working 40 hours a week.
That's right. That's true.
Not believing in the fact that you're going to sell the bottles out. So you don't want to buy the bottles because you don't have the money yet to see that the bottles is going to be okay.
And no doubt, human beings
stepped out on faith
are amazing.
And I wasn't even concerned about whether I had the money or not, because I don't believe God would have instructed Antonio to say the things he said, and I had to be obedient because the word of God says, trust me. Trust me. Won't I open the doors and won't I open up the windows? And I just had to get to the point, and even though it was COVID that really bounced me into going ahead and letting go, I had to let go and I had to make that decision. Either I'm going to or I'm not. And I don't have any other choice. This is my one more time. That's for real, y'all. And I just had to do it. And I thank y'all because you're pushing me out there to do it. So thank you. But it's not
easy. Love you. Love your example. We love everything. Keep pushing. We love you.
That go back to Samuel. Samuel said, COVID. You ain't got COVID. It's one of those bad things that was a blessing. That ain't got nothing to do with seeds. He ain't planting no COVID seeds.
You're right.
Right? COVID is one of those things that is just one of those hurricanes, those wilderness that God is sending you through that has nothing to do with, we don't get to blame COVID on you. That's a brew, right? You don't get to do that. That's what goes back to the correctness and accuracy of Samuel. I'm going to end with Samuel, but let me get, because I know he got a word for me. Let me get Chiquita, right? Yeah, Chiquita, and I'm going to get Prophet Jerry just because he rarely talks. So Chiquita, Prophet Jerry, then we're going to end with you, Samuel, then I'm going to show you one more thing.
Hey, y'all. Okay, so I got 3 things. First thing, I got my spices yesterday, Dr. Sugar. Yes, honey, yes.
Good stuff. So hold on right there. Let me stop right there. Let me stop it right there. I don't know if y'all, Chiquita be silently buying y'all products. Don't tell nobody. This is a pattern that she has, okay? So let me just shout out her right now, give her roses while she yet lives. God is going to continuously bless her for that. Because if you keep supporting, that's seeds, right? You keep supporting people, that come back to you. All right, go ahead, Chiquita.
All right, number 2, I wanted to say is we have this misconception about this whole hater thing, and that kind of absolves us from responsibility that we chose these people to be a part of our life incorrectly. But the thing of it is they're not necessarily hating on you. They have a brokenness inside of them. And so they're having to work through some things. But what we have to understand is that we can't put in this family member, this whoever, to show up for you in a certain way, when all along they have never shown those attributes or those characteristics that they would show up in that manner. And so now you have this disappointment and now they are a hater. But the truth of it is you just chose wrong. So we have to stop casting our incorrect decisions and putting the blame on other people when we have to be accountable for us and the decisions and the choices that we make. Like he said, we do whatever we plant, whatever seed we sow, we do reap the harvest of that. And so if you're not choosing or planting seeds in relationships, and that doesn't mean that you are not giving, being a good friend and you're not showing up for people and you're not A100 in who you are, but you sowed in the wrong place with your seed, with your goodness, with your good friendship. And so you reaped the harvest of who the garden that you sowed into. The last thing is, what was the last thing? Oh, the last thing is this month, this is for the women only right now. Sorry, guys. This month I'm featuring, because it's Women History Celebration Month, so I'm featuring women and their entrepreneurial journeys who want to share the nuggets that they've learned doing their entrepreneurial journeys and promote their business when I go live twice a day this month. So if you're interested in being one of those features, just shoot me a DM on Facebook.
Good stuff. I like that. Good stuff.
You gotta clap her up for that, because that's what we're supposed to be doing, right?
Yes. And Grace just pointed out to me, Kendra is on. She was at the meeting for the first time last night. Yeah. So that's good. She asked me a tough question about gentrification too. She showed did. She came at my throat. Shout out to you, Kendra. You want to just say something and just tell everybody how?
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me say this. I go to a lot of meetings, and I'm disappointed sometimes when I walk out of the meetings because it's a lot of talk without actions. And I'm a action figure. So to walk in that room and see my people speak kindly to each other, uplift each other, and not be humble about their accomplishments was beautiful. So I thank you. And like Miss Patricia said, I stayed up because of the energy that I was given there. So I'm grateful. And I wrote down names of people that I wanted to be like within the next 6 months to a year.
Wow.
Dr. Sugar, I met her at the door, coming into the door. And I didn't know she would introduce herself as Dr. Sugar. When she did, I saw another side of beauty. A person to be herself and make the world accept you as you are. That's what I got from you. So I thank you. Miss Patricia said she used your university to begin with the ghostwriters. So I want to be an author. To hear my people speak, to hear you all speak and say, I'm doing this with you, I've done this, and I'm hearing people clap, and I'm not seeing one crooked face, not one, because I observe people. I was like, damn, I could have been in here. But you arrive on time, right? You're never late.
That's right.
So
you're right.
I appreciate the energy. I'm still moving off the energy because I'm late for work because I don't want to hang up because I'm listening to you all. But with the things that I do, I have to surround myself by positive people. So I don't know you all individually, but your energy spoke to me and I'm thankful for it. And Antonio, I salute you for your vision. So don't stop. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Wow.
Amen. Clap it up. Welcome to the family, Kendra. You got to meet them. Look, you got to meet them. The other part of us is doing this line, so we meet you too. But I love you.
Let me just say, can I say something? Can I say something? Kendra is a boss, y'all. Kendra is a boss. She started a nonprofit called Our African Family to tackle issues happening in 5th Ward. I'm not from 5th Ward, and I bought into her visit so much, I joined her leadership team because I just felt like I needed to help with that vision and reach my people in 5th Ward. And when I tell you she attracts so much good and does so much, she is a boss, and I'm so happy she came. So you're gonna see some great things.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Nice. Good care.
Welcome.
Real grateful for you.
Yes.
Grateful. We should just be about another 5 minutes. I just want to give people a voice. Prophet Jerry, then Samuel, and everybody keep it short. Then I'm gonna just show y'all some categories. Prophet Jerry, go ahead. I ain't skipping about it.
Just make it quick. What is that scripture text where it said something about obey the prophet and you'll prosper? Or oh man, I can't think of the text. I'll get the text and
don't worry about it. It's in my scholarship. It's 2 Chronicles 2:20, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
I know it's
2020.
Yeah, I know it's about Jehoshaphat and
Yep.
about the battle and all that. My reason for saying that is Dr. Trask, Coach Indians, many of you all listened. He's Antonio, he's bishop, he's prophet, but you listen to the prophet and now you're prospering.
Ooh.
You don't see him as prophet. He don't carry his name as prophet. He don't carry his name as bishop. He's a bishop. I see it in him. He may not claim it. I'm sorry, I'm me quick. He may not claim it, but I see the bishop in him. But because of we're listening and obeying, that's why we're prospering. Because when you listen to the prophet, you shall prosper.
Wow. Real quick, my dad, Jerome, my dad told me somebody was calling me pastor and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, man, I don't like that. And my dad, I was sitting in prison. He dropped his bomb on me. He said, son, people don't ever call you like they see you. Oh man. Okay, I get it. So anyway, I receive you, Prophet Jerry. You only gonna call me like you see me. There you go. All right, Samuel. Last words on you, and then I'll show you something about your LMS, your learning management system.
Thank you. You know, what's real funny, I said on one of my lives this week, you so scary because you and my pastor, I don't know what it is. Now, I know it's the Spirit of God. Y'all be saying stuff that he told me 1,000 times over. Sometimes I'm like, come on, man. And that thing that Jerry just said, that what you just said, my pastor used to say, man, I ain't no pastor, deacon, or elder because I'd be ready to snatch somebody's wig back quick. I said, look, I ain't no pastor, elder, deacon. You're like, yo, that ain't me. I'm your security armor bearer. All the rest of that, that's for y'all. He said, every time you say that, you cancel who you are and you got to wait another season. So I had to learn that. And that's why I said, man, every time this thing happened around him. So the other thing, real quick to Ken, Ken, I get that deacon thing. I understand. No, but listen, I'm not a Tangeray, Yak, or Black Velvet or Glenn Levitt man. I'm a EXO or Remy man. So yeah, they carry that little pocket in their pocket. That's not me. But anyway, and thank you, Chiquita. And I wanted to say, man, I was hot on Monday but God is reshaping me, remolding me. When you ask for that money on Monday, I'm the type of individual, when you said 2,600, I'd have dropped it. Bang! I was so hot in here, I was knocking stuff off my wall. I was like, Lord, you know that's how I like to be. And my hands was tied. But I just want to say to everybody in that situation, you are a seed. And I got somebody that's on this call, we make jokes. And I call it she called it the triple S's. And I said, if you a super saved saint, the triple S's right now, you might want to unmute or block what I'm about to say. Okay? If you're a seed in the ground, sometimes you get shit on. Because shit, manure, but makes the seed grow. So you gonna get shit on to be what you're supposed to be. So recognize that too. So to every one of my ex-hustlers, strippers, boosters, liars, don't say you ain't never done it. You either cheated on your tax or stole Xerox paper or pens from your job. Don't you come up in here faking. Miss me with the bull crap. All right, I will say crap on that. Lied to your spouse that you ain't spending this money. You done something. So stop all the fronting, okay, and accept it. And just realize, as you are replanted seed, take your classes, do that Marcus Buckingham test. You understand? It's going to take you where you need to go. Network with your people in this ATS team, okay? And here's another thing that I also want to pass is this. I got a thing called the trail of bread, the trail of bread, the bread, what I call it? The trail of the breadcrumbs. Meaning, you on a highway and you flowing, and sometimes, God dropping the breadcrumbs, but you got to refuel. So you got to drop off the exit to refuel, get that food you need. Take exit A. Don't take exit B because exit B going to take you somewhere else. Take exit A, hop back on the highway to get where you're supposed to go. And understand your life is like a puzzle. We all got funny shapes and sizes how we came together to interlock to make a big, beautiful picture. Just like a battery has a positive and a negative post on the top. The battery is your dream, but the negative and positive gonna come. And isn't it funny how it come on the top of the battery? The battery is just the thing to start the car. Your body is the vessel as a car to get started. I know I said that before, but I'm just going to say that for the people that's never been here. And understand that each one reach one to teach one. And also understand that, what I understood last week when you said, I make you wait 7 to 8 years before you get that final validation. But if you want to take it all the way back and check with any therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, or whatever you want to say, when you grow up, they tell you become who you are within 7 to 8 years. So when you renew your mind, you are a child starting all over again in the business university. To become who you fully supposed to be in your business is going to take 7 to 8 years just to develop, just like you was when you're a child, because you're a child starting all over in your new level. And I'm done.
Drop the mic. Come
Good
on.
stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just another 1 minute or two. I want to show you something. I'm sharing my screen. Do me a favor. Oh, I'll call her. Just remind me. And you should call him. Just remind me. I'll call back. So I'm sharing my screen. Y'all can see this, right? Back office, all the stuff. Is it this one? Is my cursor on your thing? All right, good stuff. I got 2 Google windows open. All right, here is your, don't worry about all this. We're going to focus over here right now, okay? This is your course categories. Everybody see this? I just want to show y'all something. Sign up for your new learning management system because look at all the new stuff coming. Accounting and taxes, culture and entertainment, auto sales and services, banking and finance, okay? Let's see, and we're not even done. Business, advertisement, business consulting, education, food, and everything that comes with food. Gaming, look at all the categories under gaming. This would be gaming development. Gaming, stuff that, if you don't know it, don't worry, it's plenty, okay? It's plenty. Government, health awareness, including ATS fitness, right? Which y'all, we'll see y'all Friday. See you tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning. Shout out to Melissa and Damali, who was on. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Okay, advanced legal strategies. Well, I'm sorry, this is all real estate. All this section here is real estate. Advanced legal strategies. Build your team. Business finances. 1 and 2. Just keep going. All right, just keep going. Just want to show you. It's a bunch of stuff. All right, internet stuff, investing, all right, hedge fund, peer-to-peer crowdfunding, marketing, advertisement, all that stuff. All right, there's more of your real estate. There's more of your real estate there, all that good stuff. And then here's more of your gaming. It goes, and then this little last section is more real estate investment trusts, rehabbing. All sorts of stuff. This is gaming for your engineering and all that stuff. Now, I'm just telling you all this here. Post a link out there. Okay? I'm telling y'all that because you sign up over here. You can even you can even accept payment over there for your new stuff. Get ready because there's a lot of things that are coming, and all your new classes will be over there. And there's a lot of features and fun that you can have with it. MExit conference, don't worry about it here. We'll send it to you out. Has a lot of new stuff coming, so just get ready. We've done all of this for your both transformation and your enjoyment. We didn't want to make learning so boring. See you at 10:30. See you at 10:30 for the esoteric class. 1 o'clock for the England, the United Kingdom call, and then later on the night for something else esoteric, integrity leadership. So the next class coming up, something else esoteric. Next class is at 10:30 Central Standard Time, an hour from now. We will see you, and we will enjoy you very much. Thank you so much. Shout out to Phil and Susan. Grace, for no reason at all, tell them about the connotation services so we can end with that there. Yes. You want me to talk? There for a little bit. All right, there for a little bit. You just gotta pull up her key cards. What you call them? What you call her? Yeah, flashcard. There you go. All right, tell them for no reason at all, Grace.
If you would like to inquire about Phil and Susan's connoting services, coaching and consulting services all wrapped up in one, please give them a call at 614-736-6990.
There it is. Phil and Susan are our official coaches of of ATS. We have other coaches too, but they are official coaches of ATS. So if you need healing or healing of your finances, or if you want to live the highest expression of yourself, go to our coaches. That's consulting and coaching added on top of itself. Phil, last words on you.
Well, if you want to work smart,
there you go.
If you want to work smart, if you want to have fun, and if you want to make money, that's what we focus on.
Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better, you can dominate. Thank you, everybody. See you in an hour. Looking forward to all the fun that's going. We'll be covering why the law of attraction does not work for you. All right, everybody. Y'all have a fantastic one. See you later.
Love you.
Hey, Tom. I'm heading to Walmart, because you know what season it is.
Oh, is it pumpkin spice season?
No, it's flu season, and Walmart gives flu shots.
Yes, flu season is here, and we've got your back with flu shots where you already shop. Our expert pharmacy team administers each flu shot and can answer your vaccine questions. Stay safe this flu season. Stop by your local Walmart pharmacy and get your flu shot today.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now enjoy a large iced coffee for just $2 and a breakfast sandwich to make a meal. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.